Okay, so here we are for the EDC Semi-Finals against Teriso. This is actually a very different team to what I was expecting. I very nearly bought 𝘾𝙍𝙊𝙉𝙒, which I kind of wishing I did. But you know what, it is what it is. The team should still be able to function, I think, just fine. And yeah, we will probably... Well, I mean, there's absolutely no resist to my Tachyon guy here, and if they lead off with the 𝘋𝙍𝙊, then, I mean, Tachyon is just incredibly free for the most part anyway. The only thing that resists it is going to be the Shandy. There is still the Cress, but I'm hoping to use Cress, a bit of setup fodder for my Crocodile later on. No Metagross, which means no Metagross and no Lando means Rotom is actually pretty expendable, and I do really wish I had Garg in that slot instead. But, you know, it'd be what it do, and we'll make the best of what we got. And good luck, have fun to Teriso. We meant to play in regular season, but scheduling didn't align. So, yeah, it's the first time we get to play, and 𝙍𝙊𝙉𝙒 is the lead. Okay. I believe, yeah, we're all quicker than this, guaranteed. So, if they want to set up the hazards turn 1, I mean, it's not ideal for me. T-Spikes is... T-Spikes isn't the worst, but I don't think I'm doing enough damage to this mon to warrant me staying in. Is that actually the case, or can I stay in and try and get my damage on this immediately? Is it worth doing something like that? I don't know. But Tachyon actually would 2-hit KO unless it's Spadef, and there's nothing they can do in return, right? They would have to be adamant, and even then, they should never do enough. So I'm just going to Tachyon actually. Is that doing half? Yes. They're citrus. Okay. As I assume they're going to set up a spike? Yeah. Okay. So one spike was always kind of bound to go up. Do I want to just Tachyon again? I certainly could. I don't see too much downside to it. We take a bit of a chunk maybe in return, but... we're going for Pain Split. Okay. That's a little bit annoying. Yeah, that puts us out. That's actually very, very annoying. But, you know, it is what it is. I would just go out into Rotom. Lost a lot of health on Iron Crown early. I didn't really think about Pain Split. I didn't expect that off of a lead set, so that's on me. So I got a Crunch. Not going to do too much. And I think I just want a Hydro. I don't think there's too much of a downside. I kind of want to keep... Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter about keeping this healthy at this point, because I can just rest up at another time. So, yeah, I'll just go for the Hydro. We do land it. I believe this should knock it out. It does. Okay, cool. Rotom picking up a kill. And just the one layer of spikes and a little bit of damage on our Iron Crown. Could have been worse. As long as our Iron Crown is alive, that's the main thing, because it still needs to outspeed and kill things. It's any Conk coming out. Okay, well, I'm just going to click Hydro again, because this is exactly what I want Rotom in against. And we know this is Terra Normal. We're going to miss the Hydro, because, you know, why not? As a Drain Punch. Does do a good amount of damage, but at the same time, I mean, he probably just Drain Punches again, but I think that's fine. I just want my damage on this, if I can get my damage on this, of course. If I can't get my damage, then a little bit tough, but we're not going to get our damage. That's very unfortunate. As I just Drain Punch again, but they are going to be at least like a little bit chipped. I want to say, yeah, they'll have a little bit of chipped, but that should have been considerably lower. But it is what it is. You run Hydro Pump, you don't always expect to hit. I think I just want to go back out into my Tachyon guy. I could also go into Wake here. Wake also forces positioning, but at the same time, if we miss, could be quite bad. So, I could also just go into Calm Colin. Yeah, I think I prefer that actually. For a draft, not going to enjoy the Facade potential coming out here. But I could just Psychic Noise. Psychic Noise means that he can't heal anything back. If he Terra Normals, then we don't live the Facade. But at the same time, they don't know what item we are. I kind of expected something to have knockoff, but actually it makes sense to not have knockoff on this set. We're being Drain Punch. They are going to withdraw. Okay. And it's not great Psychic Noise switch-ins. Lumos is going to come in. And I'm just going to Psychic Noise this for a very good amount of damage. And I'm not sure what you can necessarily do to me, so I'm just going to Shadow Ball. You can't Pain Split or anything like that, so Shadow Ball should be fairly free. They're just going to Overheat. If this is Specs, it will hurt. It will crit me, so I can't tell you whether or not it's going to be Specs. And unfortunately, we are just going to lose our guy like that, which is mightily tough. Again, I could just bring... I'm just going to bring in Wake. Like, I need to bring in Wake because it's currently just sitting here. And you don't have a good switch into it. So I will just click Scold. I don't think you risk going into Noivern, but if you do, we're still going to get some damage and we're going to be able to... We'll definitely knock this out from here. I can tell you that much for sure. They are going to withdraw. They're going to go into Noivern. Don't know what that is. No, it's just going to be Crass. I'm not upset with that amount of damage. Certainly not upset with it. I think I want to take this opportunity to go into Crook. I think that probably reveals that we are choice locked. They go for a Moonblast. It shouldn't do too much to Crook, depending on what their investment is. They do just Moonblast. So that'll proc our weakness policy. I guess the one issue we've got right now is that we don't outspeed much. And we will get revenged, so I'm just going to click Power Trip. Maybe should have gone out into... they're just going to let this go. Okay, so Crest going down. Everything's opening up for Wake a little bit, which is quite nice. Opening up for the Iron Crown as well. Realistically, I could do with Crook going down. By Crook, I mean not Crook. Bullseye comes in. I think this is probably a time for me to go ahead and just click Earthquake. They probably Mach Punch. Yes, they do. So Crook's going to go down. But I think I just bring in Wake again. Which is probably what... I mean, I could also go into Crown. Is anything taking the hit from Crown here? I mean, it is. And I think I still need Crown to win this game. So, Wake it is. And do I Draco or do I Hydro? I think at this point I probably just Draco. Yeah. If they go into Noivern, it's a dead Noivern. If they stay in, this should also very much die. There's no reason for it to not die. Okay, there we go. Alright, Conk goes down. So, realistically we're closing in on that positioning of Iron Crown. We need Chip on Noivern. Kirin comes in, which is going to be this. That makes sense. I don't need damage on this, but I do need to avoid it Trailblazing. So with that in mind, I am going to go just hard out. Because if they SD and Trailblaze, then I would just lose. I need to avoid that. As they do SD. Okay. I'm not fucking around and finding out. I'm clicking Tachyon Cutter. Which, depending on their investment, they may actually just live. Would be a sad time, for sure. But that looks like it's definitely going to kill. There we go. Okay, so Ogerpon goes down. Now we just got the Chandelure and the Noivern. Alright, Shandy should come in here. There's no reason for Shandy to not come in, I feel. Yep. I think I'd just go into Wake. Because unless he has Scarfed himself on Noivern, then if he's Scarfed, he can't just lock himself into Boom Burst. He has preserved the Terra Normal as well. So he's very much looking for that Boom Burst endgame. As they do just Shadow Ball, makes a lot of sense. And we do live, which is huge, so I'm just going to click Draco. You're scarfed. Okay. That's good to know. So it's time for 𝘄𝙍𝙊𝙒𝙉. It is in fact that time. So I will Terra. I've got the freedom to be able to just click Ice Punch here. And if they switch, then great. Like, Shadow Ball does nothing to me. So I can make that prediction and just click Ice Punch. If they switch, then we get a lot. If they don't, then I don't lose a lot. Is that correct? No. We get the Toxic Chain as well, so like never punished, right? And they flip volley me. Okay, so that's less than ideal, because this will keep me weak. I don't believe that I'll be able to live a Boom Burst now. So maybe that was a bigger misplay, and I should have just clicked Knock Off, because Knock Off covered just everything. But, you know, it'd be what it'd do. I will just click Knock Off. So that puts me under half. I don't believe in any world I'll be able to live a Boom Burst, but they would have to lock themselves in if they are choiced. But I don't think the Crown also lives a Boom Burst after. So I think we might well lose this game just because 𝘄𝙍𝙊. We will have a look to see how much 𝘄𝙍𝙊 does. Frisks, that's fine. There's nothing we can do about that. Terra Dark, I assume you're going to Boom Burst me with the Terra Normal. It would knock me out, and it's only because of the amount of health that I took, which is quite unfortunate. Like, no matter what, it knocks me out here, so... And I want to say that my Crown might also be in range, but regardless, we've got to go for the knockoff here. They do Boom Burst. Does knock us out. If you are choice Scarf, if you're Specs, we don't live at all. You are Throat Spray, so yeah, we definitely don't win. 𝘄𝙍𝙊 is going to win this game for them. That's a little bit unfortunate, but you know, 'tis the game we play. They can go for whatever they want essentially here. There is nothing I can do. I misplayed by going for the Ice Punch. If I had knocked off there, then I think we won guaranteed. So that is on me. They're just going to Flamethrower. Good game to Teriso. Good luck in finals. We are unfortunately going to go down after a fantastic season. We went 9-1. Sorry, 8-1 in the regular season and made it to semis. I can't be too mad. But yeah, make sure to go check out my opponent. Link will be down in the description below. Like you enjoyed the battle, subscribe, and until the next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.